Today, for your art class, I wanted to work with you with that ball of clay that was sent home with your teacher. Because while you guys were out doing your distance learning, our kindergarten other classes, we got to make our clay project together. And I felt so sad that you guys got to miss out on that. So if you're wanting to follow along with this exercise, I'm going to show you how we created our clay project for this week. So to start off with, we are learning about diya dishes.
A diya dish is an oil lamp usually made from clay with a cotton wick dipped in some type of oil, usually vegetable oil. Diya dishes are native to India, and they're used for Hindu religions and other religions of the sorts. This one that we're making is representing kind of the festival of lights that they celebrate in October and November.
So coming back to make our diya dishes, the first thing that I want you to do when you get your clay is to open up that bag of clay, and I just want you to feel it. How does the clay feel in your hands? Is it kind of cold? Maybe a little bit wet and sticky? Can you squish it a little bit? Is it soft? How can you manipulate the clay with your hands and make patterns and textures in them? Because remember, the last time I saw you guys in person, we were talking about textures where we created our texture paintings together and we were doing texture rubbings. So this is another way of experimenting with textures with the clay by making indentions in them and by being able to mark in it and push in it. By doing that, you can make all kinds of different marks and patterns in the clay. So this is just another form of working with texturing. This is called actual texturing because you can see it and you can physically touch it and you can feel that texture with your fingers. So this is called actual texture because you can actually feel it, if that makes sense. So, okay, let's go back to our ball of clay, and I'm going to just kind of pat it in my hands because I want to get it nice and round and get that shape back. So maybe kind of roll it between my hands like this, just rolling it around because I want to get it nice and round. Okay, now that I have my shape, do you know how to do lobster hands? Show me lobster hands. You got your fingers and your hands together like this. Show me lobster hands. See how your fingers are nice together and you have your thumb? We're going to be using lobster hands to pinch our clay and to get that movement, okay? All right, you ready? You with me? All right, I'm going to show you now. So I'm taking my clay. I'm going to put it in the palm of my hand like this. And I'm going to find my favorite thumb, the thumb that I like to use the most, and I'm going to take it and put it directly into my clay like this. Okay? Am I done? Did I do it? What do you think? Is that done? I'm thinking I need to do more, right? How many M&Ms do you think I can fit inside this hole? 5, 4, maybe. If you're really ambitious, maybe 10. I need to make that hole bigger. So this is how I'm going to do it. All right, here's where your lobster hands come in. Clay goes back in the palm of your hand. Thumb goes in the hole. Fingers are on the outside of the clay like this. Okay, can you see it? It's in the palm of my hand. I'm not squeezing it. I've got it nice and soft in there. And I'm going to take these fingers of mine and I'm going to pinch and turn. Pinch and turn. Can you see what's happening to that whole pinch and turn? Zoom in there a little bit tight. I'm pinching and turning. Look at what is happening to the inside of my clay. How many M&Ms do you think I can fit in there now? Look at the opening of my clay and how it is getting nice and round here. Can you see how it's starting to open up in there? I bet I could get, what do you think? Maybe 20 M&Ms in there, something like that. Maybe not quite 20, maybe like 15, something like that. I want to make it still kind of bigger because the walls of my clay are still kind of thick, so I want to thin those out a little bit. So when you're pinching your clay, I want your thumb way down in there on the bottom. Can you see how far in my thumb goes? You see how far in that goes? I want to push it way down there at the bottom, and I'm putting my pressure on the outside of my clay. I'm not pushing through the bottom because I don't want to make a hole in it. I want to put my pressure along the edges of the clay, not way up here at the top, okay? So I'm going to pinch and turn, pinch and turn, pinch and turn. Bring it back here under this camera. Pinch and turn, pinch and turn, pinch and turn. And can you see how it's starting to widen up even more now? So let's pinch and, you see what Mrs. Moreland just did? Do you see that? What happened here? What did Mrs. Moreland do? I poked a hole all the way through. Now I have to fix it. I can't just throw this clay away. I have to fix it. So it's kind of like Play-Doh. What I want to do is I want to seal up that hole on the bottom. And I'm just going to rub my fingers over it, seal up the cracks on the outside of my clay. And I'm going to flip it over and seal up the cracks on the inside of my clay too. Because I don't want, when we put oil in here, you don't want any of that oil to spill out. So we're going to fill in those cracks and seal it up. Make sure that it's nice and covered, okay? All right. Am I back in action? What do you think? Is that good? Can you see through it? All right, I think I fixed it. So when you make mistakes, that's okay. You can always start over by clumping your clay up again, or you can just rub your fingers over it until you get it right. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, let's move on. All right. The next thing I want to do is I want to kind of change my shape. I need to get the shape of my clay into more of this teardrop type shape. And right now, my little dish is very much looking like a pinch pot. It is very much looking like a round bowl. So I need to change the shape of my pot. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to take my finger here and I'm going to give it a little tug. I don't want to rip the clay, but I want to change the shape of my clay because we have to make room for that wick to kind of rest here along the lip of the pot or of the dish so that the oil doesn't spill out, but the wick doesn't fall in. So here's how we're going to do that. We're going to take your finger. Let's zoom in here. Take your finger, and we're just going to kind of tug in that area, and then I'm going to pinch it. Okay? Pinch it. Tug and pinch, but you don't want to rip it. Okay? So be really careful with that. Tug and pinch, and then you can kind of open that up a little bit. Like that. How's that? If you're feeling like those walls can be a little bit more shallow, I'm just going to kind of push it down here. Push my walls down a little bit. Okay, how's that looking? I think we're getting kind of close. I think we're getting kind of close to what it needs to look like. All right, so now comes the part, once you get your shape and once you get your dish looking the way that it needs to, then the next thing that we can start to do is to decorate our dish with texturing. Now, I don't know what kind of tools you have at home for texturing, but honestly, you can use anything to texture clay. You can use, I have a shell here. I have texture tools. I have a stick. You can use a fork. You can use anything that you have that would create a texture. So for an example, I have a popsicle stick right now. And I'm going to use this popsicle stick to design the inside of my dish. So you can make patterns in there. You can do whatever you want. I think I'm going to start with the lip, and I'm just going to make indentions going all the way around the lip of my dish. Like that. You have to be careful. You don't want to overdo it, because sometimes if you can overdo it, then you'll end up poking holes through it. So you have to use kind of a gentle push when you're creating textures on your dish. Now, like I said, I found this shell, and I'm kind of liking the ridges on the shell and how those ridges make texturing. So I'm going to go for the outside of my dish, I think, and just very gently, I think I'm going to just kind of rock that in. And I don't know how well you can see it, but just kind of roll that texture on there, and you can start to see the different texturing that is starting to take place there when I do that. You can kind of layer them if you want. Let's try this side. Maybe I just want little tiny ones now. Okay, so those are some different ideas that you can do for texturing. Maybe I want to draw in it. I can make little patterns. However you want to decorate this is just fine. And then I have the inside that I can decorate too. Maybe I want to put a flower in the inside. So you can either draw your flower in, but I'm going to use this fun stamp that I found with my clay tools, and I'm just going to stamp the inside of it to see what that looks like. So I want the inside of the petal to be here, so I'm going to put that part. And there's one petal. There you go. I've got some flowers in there now. You can see that. And I think I might draw a stem in here. So I'm going to draw a stem and then maybe some leaves or a leaf coming out. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll put little dot there. I don't want to go all the way through the bottom. You need to protect the bottom of it. And so you have to be gentle with how you press in there. So I think my diya dish is done. You can continue creating more with your diya dishes. And I can't wait to see if you do end up doing this project. Take a picture of what you end up creating and send it to me.